We're back as we've been learning this half hour. When thieves searching for copper target utility lines as a source of metal, they'll likely interrupt our communication systems regardless of the service provider. This happens even when they get it wrong and cut fiber optic cables where no copper is present. Brian Bose takes us behind the scenes with our Spectrum Construction Division to learn what it takes to restore those damaged utility lines that serve you.
When your internet, cable, or phone line goes out unexpectedly, someone like Charlie Barrington is one of the first people to know.
We have soft tools that allow us to look at the customers that are actually offline. So they don't have to call in. We can tell when they're off. crews
are called in, bucket trucks and fiber splicing vehicles hit the road, all searching for what's likely a small cut in a line of cable.
We've had, 24 or more people on outages at times. Usually it takes a few to find it. We put them on it with our maps. This is where we think it's at. Go look here.
Sometimes these fiber cables are cut by accident, like getting hit by an excavator at a construction site. But time and time again, fiber lines are being cut on purpose by people looking to sell copper.
And we replaced fiber from that pole just past the tree to this pole here.
While cuts can happen anywhere, some lines are getting cut over and over, and fixing them is expensive and time-consuming.
So it was like somebody climbed the oak tree and probably cut us. So this wasn't somebody with like a bucket truck. Somebody probably just climbed up in the tree, cut us right there in that V, and just dropped it all to the ground. We got cut 3 more times right around the corner here. We had at least probably 2,000 customers down, 2,000 customers every time since April, 4 times here.
Each time a line is cut, it's potentially hundreds or even thousands of people without service. And while Barrington and his team are charged with fixing these cuts in the central parts of the state, it's happening all over Texas.
All of this has been replaced a couple times. And so this one was roughly a 50-hour outage. We worked around the clock. We had crews that would come in and relieve the last crew. It was just going all night. So this one, I want to say this one was probably about maybe a 10-hour outage, and there was about 24 of us out here for this one. And again, we had probably on this one, we had about 3,000 customers off.
What are fiber optic cables? These lines hidden underground or suspended from above. Each one is made up of glass lines thinner than a human hair, microscopic connections that allow us to stay connected across vast distances.
I turned my strobe lights on, let people know I'm here. Yep, there's 2 more trucks right there.
Barrington and his crew gave us a demonstration of just how much work goes into fixing cut fiber optics. Each cable made up of potentially hundreds of individual lines of fiber.
That one fiber could have hundreds of customers on it.
Repairing cut lines is delicate and intricate work, requiring a clean space to splice each and every individual line of fiber back together.
Just cleaning out the fibers, spreading out the...
That's 99% alcohol. And so he's cleaning out anything, any residue that'll, make it easier to work with.
Yes, it's an extra layer on it that's on it, so we can get to the glass part and fusion it together.
And that little tube that he just put on it is the shrink that is the support for the actual splice. So once he splices it together, it strengthens that bond so that bond won't break.
Each step meticulous and important to make sure cable and internet customers get back online and stay online.
Yeah, there's little cameras just inside that machine that will show what's going on. And then that right there is actually heating that little shrink up. This is the heater.
While each grouping of fiber is bright and colorful, when the line is hanging from a power pole, it can be hard to differentiate what's inside.
Unfortunately, you can see when you look at the sheath here, it's black. They can't, and oftentimes the telephone cables that have copper are black as well. And so until they cut it, if they don't know what they're reading on the outside of the sheath, if they don't know what they're looking at, all they see is that it's a black cable, and they'll cut into it trying to find copper. Once they cut into it, they realize that it's not copper, it's just glass, it's fiber optic, and then we're the ones that are left to deal with it. because they'll, you know, they split and run, go find another one to cut somewhere, hopefully not ours.
Cut fiber optic cable is something Barrington and his team are seeing over and over. It's a problem they themselves can't stop, so instead they focus on fixing the cuts as fast as possible.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that, you know, they just think they can just come out and cut stuff and steal, and they don't realize, I don't think they understand the impact it has on the community and the people that are actually out here working.
And that'll do it for this week's In Focus Texas. I'm Carla Leal. Thanks for joining us to explore the efforts and challenges to protect our critical infrastructure and keep our communities connected. See you next time.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your community, click the subscribe button here. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.